Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Evening News with me, Chashana. In tonight's top stories, Home Minister Omar Nasir says that so far 7 Maldivians have travelled abroad to take part in civil wars taking place in other countries, and that government is carrying out continuous efforts to put an end to it. Maldives and China signed an MOU to conduct a pre-feasibility study of the Malé-Hurle Bridge, which is one of the key pledges of the Yamin administration. Education Ministry publicizes the list which allocates this year's preschool leavers among primary schools in Malé for the upcoming academic year.
Uridu internet adi data hidumettawge tereng taaraf kurani mulinga package take. Uridu mini data packs. Diharufia heda kuravvagen gadiraka 30 MB. Vihirufia heda kuravvagen dualaka 7 MB. Adi 30 rupiah heda kuravvagen haftayaka 7 MB. Activate kurevvuma *929 hash dial kuravva. Benun taaku, benun iraku, benun varaka neta vadedam.
Home Minister Omar Nasir says that so far 7 Maldivians have travelled abroad to take part in civil wars taking place in other countries, and that government is carrying out continuous efforts to put an end to it. He made the statement while answering questions posed by MPs at today's Parliament sitting. Answering questions posed by MPs at Monday's Parliament sitting, Home Minister Omar Nasir said that government has stopped several Maldivians from travelling abroad to take part in civil wars in other countries when such cases were reported, and that 3 people who travelled abroad for the purpose have been brought back home. He said that government is doing everything possible to put an end to this, but there are difficulties for the police in finding such people. Omar said that if people who travel abroad for the purpose are not stopped, it becomes difficult to bring them back once they enter another country. He added that while other countries have lowered the bar for evidence presented to stop terror crimes, due to the current status of Maldivian laws, it poses challenges to catching such people. The Home Minister further said that efforts are being carried out with the Education Ministry to ensure students are kept away from such radical beliefs. He added that government has formulated a special action plan to put an end to this. Maldives and China signed an MOU to conduct a pre-feasibility study of the Malé-Hurle Bridge, which is one of the key pledges of the Yamin administration. Housing Minister Dr. Mohammad Muizzu and Principal of China's Economic and Commercial Counselor's Office, Yang Wenxiong, signed the agreement during the ceremony held at the Housing Ministry today. After the ceremony, Muizzu said that Malé-Hurle Bridge is government's highest priority at the moment, and that based on the findings of the pre-feasibility study, further feasibility studies and design work will be carried out. Maldives and China signed the bridge agreement during Chinese President Xi Jinping's visit to Maldives on 15th of September this year. A major portion of the project's cost will be covered by loans and free aid granted by the Chinese government. During today's ceremony, Housing Minister Dr. Muizzu thanked the Chinese government for their assistance being provided to the project. Education Ministry publicizes the list which allocates this year's preschool leavers among primary schools in Malé for the upcoming academic year. The list, which is put up on the ministry's website, has 2,076 names. It is designed in a way that the information can be seen when the student's national identity card number is entered. Out of these students, highest number of students have been allocated to Iskandar School, that is 296 students, followed by Ghazi School in Hulmale, which received 237 students. Jamaluddin School received 227 students, while Imaduddin School and Kalafan School received 220 and 215 students respectively. Out of the government schools in Malé, Hiria School, Vilimale's Muhiddin School and Majidia School, Majidia got 96 students, while Muhiddin School got 74 and Hiria School 70. While briefing the press about the policy followed in allocating students to schools, Education Minister Dr. Aisha Chiham said on Sunday that they gave utmost priority to allocating students to schools closest to their homes. She said that students entering grade 1 next year has increased by 11.3% compared to this year. TGST taken from locals flying within the country and other services has been reduced from 12 to 6% starting today. This change comes following the ratification of the Third Amendment Bill to Goods and Services Tax. The bill was ratified by the President and published in the Government Gazette. According to Maldives Inland Revenue Authority, TGST taken from locals for domestic flights will now be reduced to 6%. TGST being taken from tourists was increased to 12% starting last month. A prisoner at Mafaji prison has been injured seriously in a bout of violence involving 4 inmates. The violence occurred in a prison corridor yesterday, where the prisoner was stabbed in 2 places on the back. His head was fractured, one of his fingers smashed, and injured in various other places on his body. The prisoner is identified as Adam Sharif of Alif Mathiwet. Maldives Correctional Service, the police and Home Ministry are carrying out joint efforts to strengthen security in Mafaji prison. So all we have for tonight. Thank you for watching. Have a pleasant evening.